Well, if you couldn't tell by now, we are acquiring KRIS Bryant at the trade deadline. We're going to be dealing away Patrick Wisdom, Clint Frazier, and one of our catching prospects, Patrick Bailey. I really like what we're getting out of Guadalupe Trujillo down at the AA level, plus Chris Addison's all the way up at the Major League level now, and I just don't feel the need for Patrick Bailey any longer. Plus, considering the fact that KRIS Bryant, of course, is a longtime Chicago Cub, delivering a World Series championship to this organization, we've already brought in Anthony Rizzo back. We got to bring in KRIS Bryant back. And not only does he help fill out our outfield spot, it also takes a job away from Ian Happ, who's really struggled this season in his contract year. But not even just those factors, just the fact that Brennen Davis is going to be out for a month to 2 months with an injury. We're going to need some extra offense and some pop in our lineup. And without Brennen Davis, that's going to hurt. Frank Schwindel really kind of not performing at the level that I think that he should be as a 31-year-old kind of a veteran guy now. He's supposed to be an offensive player, and we're not really getting that out of him. It's kind of that platoon role between him as a righty and Rizzo as a lefty. He should be able to stack up nicely against some good matchups, and he's just not performing. So we are going to be calling up Timothy Pierce, our first baseman that we drafted last season in year number 2. So he does get the start here today against the San Francisco Giants. And it's kind of funny when you look around this lineup. You got Pierce at first making his Major League debut, Chris Addison, rookie, catching today. Plus you got David Booth back out on the mound here tonight. So it's just a weird time to be a Cubs fan, I guess. You got a lot of youth in this lineup, and you've also got those veteran pieces like Devers at the corner. You've got Rizzo on this team. You've got Hendricks, Stroman. Suzuki's a little older of a player. And then, of course, you got KRIS Bryant that we just acquired. So it's like this old generation of Cubs is still around, and then this new generation, this new wave of Cubs is starting to make an impact here. So let's see how David Booth pitches here today against these Giants. We got lit up last time against the Dodgers in Dodger Stadium. So now here at the friendly confines, maybe it kind of turns the page a little bit. But so far, Nicky Lopez on first base gets the stolen base. He's now on second. KRIS Bryant getting a fly ball out there to him. Easy out. Then you got Miguel Sano ripping this thing to left field. That's going to get all the way to the corner, but KRIS Bryant knows those bounces well. He plays it perfectly, gets this ball back in, and either way, it sucks, but Sano is in with a RBI double. And it's 1-0 Giants. Next batter up. We've got a base knock here right to KRIS Bryant. He's got an opportunity to gun Miguel Sano out. It is a one-hopper to Chris Addison. Welcome back, KRIS Bryant. Making an incredible throw here from left field on a one-hop. It's a little offline, but Chris Addison, good catcher, able to hang with it and apply the tag. Nice job there by KB and KA. Oh, we got KA and KB. And they both spell their names, Chris, the same way with a K. Let's jump here to the bottom of the second as we're taking on Ryan Murphy. He does not have a very good ERA, so we've got to jump on this guy. Bottom first, we didn't do a thing. But bottom second's a different story. Seiya Suzuki, solo home run, leadoff home run. We get that run back, and it's now 1-1. Let's take a look and see how Franmil Reyes does. He's out. Nothing to show here. Let's jump to KRIS Bryant, his first at-bat as a Chicago Cub since, of course, being moved at the deadline just a few short seasons ago. He grounds out here to Nicky Lopez. They put the shift on him, put a good swing on it, had some good contact through that plate coverage indicator, that PCI, and he unfortunately does not get a base knock here. But Timothy Pierce goes the same way as KRIS Bryant, and he gets credit for a base knock. That's his first ever. So congratulations there, young man. First Major League hit in your debut. Man, so Chris Addison has a home run as his first ever hit. Timothy Pierce, single as his first ever hit. And they did it, of course, in their first game ever as a Cub. Gotta love that. Chris Addison, speaking of, comes up and he's going to pop out. So let's jump over here to the top of the third. We do get a strikeout on former Chicago Cub here from Season 1, Jonathan VR. Let's jump ahead here. 2 down here in the top of the third, and we got Nicky Lopez. Thought he had a good read on it, but Chris Addison guns him out, and that's going to help us out big time because we were in some trouble there. Speaking of trouble, this is not good. Top 4 Giants with Harrison Bader up. He's been killing us in this series big time, and he kills us here again. It is an RBI triple. Yep, RBI triple. High and outside fastball that he just shoots the other way, and unfortunately, that gets him an RBI. 2-1 here. Kris Bryant can't make the play. We kind of caught in between no man's land there. We got the red indicator to dive, and he didn't dive, and then he was there, hit off the glove. It was just weird. But Will Myers able to get an RBI double here, and then we do get a strikeout. Addison plays this perfectly. He's a very good defensive player, man. I'm loving what he's been able to do, kind of replicate what we get out of Wilson Contreras here. So he's the up-and-coming catcher, definitely. But in a 3-1 game, we got bottom 4 with 2 down in a full count, and Franmil Reyes, the Franimal, solo shot, pulling us within 1. That's right. That's exactly what we got to do to keep ourselves in the ball game with David Booth kind of trying to figure this out, this Major League game out. But Kris Bryant's next at bat. So he did ground out. He does get a base knock here. It's a 2-out single. That's just classic Kris Bryant, man. Just boom. Rotational swing, launch angle, baby. That's what it's all about with KB. But Timothy Pearce going to ground out here on a slider that just caught the bottom part of the barrel on the bat. And that's it for our half of the 4th inning. Let's go 5th inning. We get out of it. So David Booth figuring it out a little bit. Top 6th. He's got to face the guy that hit that RBI double off of him in the 1st inning. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That's a nice pitch by David Booth. 3rd strikeout on the game. This time he didn't need any sort of breaking pitch. He just fired a fastball right by him. But unfortunately, Lamont Wade Jr. going to take this fastball deep. And unfortunately, that is a solo home run. And just when we were singing the praises of Mr. David Booth, he gives that up. And he tossed it right down the middle. Exit velo 105. Almost 106. Might as well have been 106 because that thing got out of here in a hurry. So we're going to call on our newly acquired pitcher from the Rockies in the Kris Bryant trade. His name is Joe Rock. Tall guy. Tall lefty. I like what he's bringing to the table here a little bit. I kind of like his delivery a little bit. It's slow, methodical. Might be pretty interesting here. But hey, we might get a break right here. Exactly what we needed in the bottom of the 6th inning. A leadoff double by Nico Horner. Left fielder just could not make the play. And then Rafael Devers. A walk. I like it. A 4-pitch walk. He didn't even fire a single strike. And it's going to lead us to Seiya Suzuki. Already got a home run in this game. He's being aggressive here, but a changeup in a perfect pitch location by Ryan Murphy. That's going to be a ground ball, double play. Runner now on 3rd base. Deep drive out here. Let the wind carry it. That's Chicago wind. Try to have it work for us a little bit with Franimal, and not going to happen, unfortunately. So let's jump to top 7 again. Just as I'm going to stop jinxing my pitchers here, guys. I got to stop jinxing my pitchers. Luis Torrens, solo home run, his 1st on the season. Another base hit here to Jorge Mateo, who's on 1st base. We do get a pop-up. That's Nicky Lopez. Right to Addison, makes the play, and we're just checking on Mateo, making sure that he's going to stay right there. But he does advance to 2nd base on a stolen base. He's going to be super aggressive here. Base hit here to Suzuki, but Suzuki comes up firing, and he was out by a mile. What a throw. What a gun. Look at the outfield, man. The outfield on the corners. We got Kris Bryant with an outfield assist today, and Suzuki. Nice job. Nice job, boys. All right, so the Giants will end up going to their bullpen, and it's Miguel Castro against Kris Bryant, and I don't know how I laid off of that. But I'm not going to take credit for it. I never do. Kris Bryant, great job. Good eye there, KB. Great eye. Timothy Pearce, though, goes over in his last couple ABs. He's going to fly out here to center field. So full count to Chris Addison with our man on base. That's Kris Bryant. Deep drive out to right, making the play. 2 down in a full count, no less. So Castro's got some issues with control. It's surprising that they wanted to go with Duvall right there with 2 down. I don't know. I probably would have just stuck with Castro, but hey, maybe they saw what we saw. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. Missing a lot of pitches, missing a lot of locations. But it might have been the right call. Duvall strikes out PCA in a very crucial and clutch situation right there. So let's go to the top of the 8th. We got Braylon Marquez against Harrison Bader in a full count now. Marquez just fires this. Oh, I was going to say he fires it right by him. But 99 on the gun, high and inside. He fouls it off. And just in case they get sneaky here, try to get an extra little head start, just check on him just real quick. Now we're just going to go after the batter. Remember, Bader had a triple down the right field line and on a fastball, no less, and we're going to challenge him here again. Braylon Marquez gets up to 100. That's bringing it, man. That's bringing it. 2-0 count here in the bottom of the 8th to Madrigal, and then he's going to get a 4-pitch walk off of Duvall. Ooh. Things are getting interesting here in the 8th inning. We're down by 3, so we got to get something to happen here. That pitch, you know, he threw 4 straight balls. It's like you got to take the first one and see where it's at. That might have been a good one to hit, but Horner gets the perfect right there. And unfortunately, that's going to line out there to Jorge Mateo, who makes the play. So now we've got our number 3 hitter up, our big hitter, the guy that we're paying a ton of bucks for, man, a ton of money, Rafael Devers. And in a full count, with 1 down, this is a huge situation. You do not need a ground ball right here. You need something in the air. You need a line drive. And, man, we just missed that fastball. That's PCI, plate coverage indicator, man. We just missed it. Thinking we got to protect. Looking out for that slider. He tosses us that fastball, and we foul it off. Slider inside. Devers going to foul it off. He calls time here as well. And let's see what we got here. Full count. Devers calls time again. Ooh, so some gamesmanship going on here. He's making Duvall, who's kind of erratic at times, make him think about it here. What are you going to do here, Camillo? 3-2 pitch. Right down the middle. Rafael Devers. 2-run shot. Big bomb for Devers. 413-foot blast, and Camillo Duvall's thinking, oh, man, you got to be joking me. This dude called time twice. He fouled a bunch of pitches off, and then he takes me deep for a 2-run shot. I love it. Wrigley is going nuts. Madrigal gives him some high fives. Suzuki, I'd be more pumped up than that there, Rafael. You just got us back into the ball game, big fella. Big shot there for Devers, and now we get to face John Brebbia. And next batter up will be Seiya Suzuki. Already had a home run earlier in the game, and he just got a little too early on that swing. So 2-2 pitch, and Suzuki's going to wait on this one. This one's, oh, off the glove. Off the glove of the right fielder. Oh, baby. We got another runner on. Great job of hitting. Great piece of hitting by Suzuki. Even better job right there by Franmil Reyes right down the middle. Don't try to do too much, man. Just get a base knock here and keep it off the ground. So 2-2 pitch here to KRIS Bryant. KRIS Bryant comes through, gives the Cubs the lead. A 3-run home run. Welcome back, KRIS Bryant. Look at everybody in those Chicago pinstripes, man. Look at that. Everybody's pumped up. The fans are going nuts. Cubs players, Cubs teammates are going crazy for the return of KRIS Bryant. Everybody get on their feet. KB gives us the lead. Oh, man. New pitcher, KRIS Bryant didn't miss. He says, give me this moment right here. Boom. See you later. Look at that exit velo, man. He crushed that thing. Call it 109, man. Give us that extra 0.1. Timothy Pierce, new pitcher. Yarlin Garcia, lefty against Pierce. That is not a matchup you win, and he goes deep. 460-foot blast. 110 miles an hour on the exit velo. Cubs hitters are going nuts here in this 8th inning, and now I think it's just out of reach. I think we've done a great job of our offensive approach here against this Giants bullpen, man. We've just absolutely just obliterated them. And look at this home run by Pierce, man. It went out of the stadium. It went out of the stadium. Crazy. He just drilled it. He mashed it. Any adjective you want to come up with, that's what he did to it, man. All right, next batter up, we've got Nick Madrigal after a base hit here by Chris Addison, and then we are going to put on the hit and run, and of all people, Nick Madrigal laces the double right over Brantley's head, and that's good for another RBI. So it will be 10-5 here after this base hit from Nico Hoerner. And this throw coming in from Harrison Bader, just not in time. Madrigal scores. Hoerner with the RBI single. Top of the 9th. Let's go. Braylon Marquez strikes out Luis Torrens. Fastball. Got him looking. Jorge Mateo. Fastball. Check swing. 2 down. 5-run lead. Marquez might as well just close it out, man. Nicky Lopez 2 for 4 today. And he's going to fly out there. Kris Bryant, who else but the player of the game today? Couldn't have been a better player to make the final out of the game. Braylon Marquez, nice job. Nice job, boys. I'm so happy for this win. This is a tide-turning victory in my mind. We're just getting ready towards the trade deadline. We've already made our move. That's it. Kris Bryant, that's it. That's the only move that I want to make. I think our team is in a pretty good position. I think if you could argue we might want to go after another pitcher or something, like a stud pitcher. But, man, our offense came to play today. Look at that. Kris Bryant, 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. Doubles for Madrigal and Hoerner at the top of the order. Pierce, Bryant, Suzuki, Reyes, Devers, guys in the middle of the order. Got it done. So as we simulate the rest of July, we've got a 3-game winning streak against the Giants. We will lose the series finale. We'll split against Detroit. We'll win the series against Toronto. Guys, I'm actually pretty hyped up about what we've got going on here with this Cubs roster. I think it's going to help us push to the postseason, really. And that's what we're going to do in the next video here on Tuesday. So upcoming, we've got the Cardinals here on the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th. And then we got a pretty easy schedule, all things considered, outside of the Padres and the Red Sox in a 2-game set. But everything else, I think those are winnable series, and we got a lot of games that we can make up a lot of ground. So guys, what did you think about Kris Bryant's trade? What did you think about the Timothy Pierce call-up? What do you think that our postseason chances are now being tied with those St. Louis Cardinals, guys? So I'll see you in the next one on Tuesday. Leave a like if you like this thing. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.